Go ahead and start up this game. Today we are playing Kindergarten. I never played this as a kid. Probably because I didn't really get into these games, I think, until after, like, a little bit more middle to late elementary school, I want to say. So I was already beyond the age for these, I want to say. So, needless to say, they're new. To me, I should say. So let me get Pretzel out of here. We're gonna go ahead and do awkward silence. I'm gonna play this game, or tell it to launch the game. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and proceed. Ooh, that is super loud.
Hello there.
How are you?
It's good to see you here. I'm Ben.
Becky Brightly.
Let's start out with a cheer.
Yay!
We'll
Face challenges together.
think big and you will see. You can do amazing things just like Ben and me. We stretch and spin.
Hey, Guild, how you doing?
Colors fly and run. Your mind will grow with all you know and fill your brain with fun.
And fill your brain with fun.
So come along to our house where big adventure starts. Reach for the stars and you'll be a superstar.
Sorry, guys. There we go. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad,
We've
Guild.
got lots to explore together.
Sign in and we'll get going.
Click these letters to spell your name.
Click on the stars to color the letters.
If you make a mistake, click on this eraser.
Click delete if you want to remove a name. Click here
Alrighty.
to choose a brain bank.
Your brain bank is where you collect all the smart stars you earn around our house.
Oh, and don't forget
Holy
to tell us when
moly.
your birthday is right here.
We'd love to celebrate it with you.
You can click here to see your smart chart. It keeps track of all the stars you earned.
When you're ready to start, click Let's Play.
I feel like if I was in kindergarten, the amount of information this gave me would have overwhelmed me. Like, legitimately would have overwhelmed me. But I'm actually going to really quickly turn down my volume. I don't know if it'll turn it down for you guys or not. Let me
If
see.
this is your first time visiting
No.
us, enter a new name.
There you go. Hopefully this will be a little bit better, because sounds super loud. I don't know if it's super loud to you guys, though. Shouldn't you just be able to type your name? I think normally you can. Yeah. Like, I didn't even need to touch those. However, because I'm a child, I'm going to do this.
Enter your name if you'd like.
There we go. Actually, I don't like that one. I don't like that either. Get that out of here. Here, we're gonna do this. There. There we go. There's my name. I'm gonna... Are there any snakes? Sneaky snakes?
If
Oh,
you've been here
Pep!
before, just click on
Heck
your name
yeah!
and let's
Here, and even though I suspect these are gonna do absolutely nothing, I'm going to go ahead and put my birthday there. And then let me look at my smart chart.
Smart chart.
Your smart chart keeps track of all the smart stars you ever earned.
Even smart
Okay.
cards you used up in the Superstar Smarts Challenge will still show up here.
If you ever want to change your brain bank, click here to go back to the sign-in page.
Okay.
Spelling and
They
phonics.
talk a lot in this game. I got a feeling I'm already gonna get really annoyed with this game very quickly, because they talk a lot. So let's look at what this game addresses. Because that's the thing, the others all their story, I feel like this is gonna be more based off of, like, addressing certain things that it wants you to learn. So let's see, measurement and estimation.
And estimation.
Okay,
You
do
can
not
find
roll
out
that
about
over.
In the refrigerator.
I'm going to not roll over them because I got a feeling they're just going to read them and tell me where to find them. Sequencing and patterning, counting and computation, time telling, alphabet skills, first letter identification, spelling and phonics, reading and sentences, geography and directions, environmental science, thinking skills, facial perception, art creativity, and music creativity. That's actually a lot of topics, subjects that I wasn't expecting. Like, I wasn't expecting geography. I wasn't expecting environmental. I even wasn't really even expecting the thinking skills and spatial perception. A lot of the others I figured there would be. I wasn't expecting time telling
First
either.
letter identification.
Well, like counting I was expecting, patterning, reading, phonics, spelling, art, music. I was expecting those, but the rest of these I wasn't. So this is actually kind of interesting. I'm kind of it's gonna be nice to see how they in this game address all of these things. Something tells me it's gonna be more of like a review playthrough of this game than actually playing it, so we're gonna see.
You can do amazing things at our house.
Go ahead and click anywhere. There's lots to discover.
Wherever the arrow turns into a star, there's a game we can do.
Okay.
The chance to earn Smart Stars, the sign of success.
You'll save up Smart Stars.
Okay, that was
in your
creepy.
brain bank, which you can check anytime. None yet.
Collect enough Smart Stars, and you can take the Superstar of Smarts Challenge.
Once you've been to a few places, Think and Go makes it easy to get around. In some
Okay.
activities, you can choose how hard you want it to be by clicking here. Beginning, medium, or hardest.
And you can leave our house anytime by clicking here on our exit door. When you click on Ben or me during the game, we'll
Okay.
try to give you some help.
All right, let the fun begin.
Let's go find some Smart Stars.
Okay, so that was our big book. What's... Okay, so this game is similar to the other ones in that there's random stuff to click on as well. Okay, so that's an activity, there's an activity.
It's time
Oh,
to tell time.
I had not meant to actually hit...
Here's how we play. I'll ask you to set a time on my clock face.
Okay.
Show me the answer by clicking my hands and moving them to the right time.
I wasn't
Click
ready for
again
that,
to
but...
let go. Set my clock hands to 9 o'clock.
Okay, so pretty normal stuff. No hole right there.
Perfect timing. 9 o'clock at night is when I go to bed.
What would the clock look like at 8 o'clock? Terrific! 8 o'clock in the morning is when I eat breakfast. Where should my clock hands be when it's 2 o'clock?
Okay,
Have a good time.
okay, so now let's look at... It said I could... up the difficulty by the thing over here, right? Yeah? Okay, so there's different rooms. Let's go check. We're gonna check out everything in this room and then we'll go through, I think.
The Superstar Smart Challenge.
We're cleared for lunch.
Shouldn't they clarify AM and PM?
It's the Superstar of Smarts Challenge.
And your chance to show that your smarts are out of this world.
Yeah, they probably really
The
should,
Smart Star of
considering there's a
color
fundamental difference between
play.
9 AM and
No
9
problem.
PM.
Let's get some more Smart Stars.
Oh, okay.
Let's try that again after we get more smart stars.
Okay, so let me
It's
do
that
this.
time again.
Because I want to
Show me
see...
the answer by clicking my hands and moving them to the right time. Click again to let go.
Okay.
What would the clock look like at 10 o'clock? I can always make time for that.
Okay, I don't know why it's not letting me change the difficulty. But not that it's a big deal for me, considering it's going to be... Even the hard difficulty is going to be whatever.
Hey, what's going on in my bedroom? Yikes! It looks like a tornado came through here. I hope you can help me put my room back together. Just click on a piece you want to move, then click where you think it should go.
I'm wondering too, though, if they're trying to simplify it. Not so much of an AM versus PM, but just looking like it's 9 o'clock period. What does that look like? What does 8 look like? What does 7 look
Once on a
like?
piece to pick it up.
And if I can figure out how to get the difficulty to get changed, I imagine the higher difficulties, it starts getting into like 845, 816, 820. Like, I'm assuming that's what the higher difficulties look
Mom
like.
always told me so.
So then these guys are just whatever.
Even underwater, I can tell you're on top of things. Smart stars!
That's cool.
Click on the new button for another bedroom puzzle.
Okay, I think I...
See what you can do this time.
I'm really curious, like, what this puzzle's about. So, funny thing about this, the fact that it has all this stuff, like, labeled. Were they ripping off Mario Brothers? Maybe. Maybe they were. So the thing that's fascinating about this particular little puzzle here is I actually, when I was in school...
You fixed
Got
my
it.
room. Now make more room for Smart Stars.
Okay, so... Hold on, let me get rid of these guys. Oh, that's cute. Dolphins.
Click on the new
So when I
button
was
for
taking
another
a foreign
bedroom
language class, I
puzzle.
can't remember if it was French or Spanish. It might have been both I did this with. I actually did the same thing where I had post-it notes that I put I put a post-it note on my computer, post-it note on lamps, post-it note on the refrigerator, just post-it notes everywhere with the word
This could be
of
a
what
fun thing to
it
find
was in
out.
that other language. It didn't help me at all because I
Every time you
suck.
put my room back together,
at foreign
you'll earn
languages.
green Smart Stars.
But yeah, this is totally kind of funny. Well, hold on, what did that do?
Medium.
Oh, there we go. So let me...
You can flip pieces side to side by clicking on the time to gather myself together and go.
Okay, let me see if that, changed the clock one now.
Time to play.
I'm gonna keep coming back to this clock one because I feel like that's gonna be the easiest one to see if
Show
it
me
changed
the
it.
answer by clicking my hands and moving them to the right time. Click again to let go. Set my clock hands to 6 o'clock.
Oh, there we
Medium.
go.
Hardest. Let's try some tougher questions now. Can you set the clock to 1 hour before 5 o'clock?
What?
Great job! 2 more right and you'll get Smart Stars.
Okay.
What would the clock look like at 2 o'clock?
Terrific.
Only 1 more right and you'll get Smart Stars. How would my clock face look 2 hours after 4 o'clock?
2 hours after 4 o'clock.
Perfect timing.
You can see up on the shelf how this time looks on a digital clock.
I will say it's very cool that they show both.
See? You're a
Because you have the
star.
digital clock and you have the analog clock.
What time will it be 3 hours after 7 o'clock?
3 hours after 7? What happens if you get it wrong?
Try again.
Let's try again. Okay. That's
I can
cool.
always make time for that.
Yeah, I do like the fact they include both. Because I know as a kid, I could understand a digital clock. Because I knew it says 2:17, that means it's 2 in the afternoon, or 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, whatever time, like, what part of the day it was, that was the time. It was 2. Thank you for the bits, Cloud, and welcome back. But the thing that always confused me was the analog clocks. Even to this day, I actually have a little bit of an issue reading analog clocks. I can do it, but it takes me a minute to, like, kind of see, like, what am I looking at and what does it mean. And forget about military time, because we will be sitting there for a couple minutes while I try and figure it out. Alright, so we're gonna go in here.
Welcome to our kitchen.
Where we can always cook up something fun to do.
Aha, I see what you did there. So, let's see. We're just gonna jump right in.
That gives me a bubbling good idea. I'll start by blowing some bubbles. Each set of bubbles I blow follows a pattern. Can you figure out which bubbles come next? Click on this hand to choose the shape of the next bubble. And
Oh,
this hand
okay.
to choose the color. When you're ready to
Okay,
create
that's
that
just
bubble,
creepy
click on
looking,
the blue
guys.
question marks up above.
I remember doing these in elementary school.
In this pattern.
So this one's gonna be a triangle.
Triangle.
It
yellow,
should be...
blue, red, purple. Good one.
So then...
Circle, square, green.
Did you stream last night? I tried to, actually. So, last night was a bit of a situation. I started up the stream for Alice, Madness Returns, and I tried to stream for about an hour.
For success. Tiny bubbles in my mind.
Hold on, I know he's gonna start talking again, and it's super loud. How was the sound on your guys' side, by the way?
Are the next 3 bubbles in this pattern?
Okay, so there we go. So, I tried streaming, and after about maybe an hour, not even, the stream was doing some really weird things, like... Let me actually see if I could show you guys what it was doing. Because I'll show you guys exactly what it was doing. Because I always have OBS on this side of the screen. Here, let me... We're going to go to intermission real fast so I can show you this. And I always pay attention to like what it's doing dropped frames, what is its bit rate, and everything else. But, ooh, I don't think you want a picture of the cat. Let me see if you guys are able to see this.
If you want a new bubble, I can make it on the double.
No. Maybe not. Is it doing it? It might be giving you some grief, or be hard to see, but that's what I was looking at, was this guy here. And throughout the stream, what it was doing was jumping from like super low numbers to super high numbers. Usually it'll sit about 2,000
to make more bubbles.
ish, and that's where it's supposed to be. But yesterday it was like at 2,000, then it dropped down to 0, then it jumped up to like 8,000, and then up down to 1,000, and just it was jumping all over the place and just dropping frames like mad. I think it topped out at like 60% dropped frames, which is insane. And I kept trying to stream like throughout the evening, because I stopped about like 8:30, figuring maybe this, if I give it some time.
What kind should we make?
Because like I reset the router, reset the modem, reset my computer, restarted the programs, like nothing was fixing it. And I tried again at like 10-ish, and it was still doing it, so I just called it a wash, because it wasn't gonna happen. It just obviously wasn't gonna happen. I don't know what was weird about last night. I don't know what it is with these Saturday streams that it just isn't, like every other weekend or every couple weekends I get this problem where I can't do anything. Because it's weird too, because it's not consistent. I know it's not the program,
I could blow bubbles all
because I've been using the same program. It's not the game, because of course I streamed it just fine and perfectly last weekend. And ironically, now it's doing it now.
I'm all ready to make more bubbles.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are seeing right now, because it's showing 0 down here, and it's red. So let me see what the stream is doing right now. Because I'm super curious to know, what does the stream look like when it's doing this? I am super, super curious. Maybe too many people are on streaming and having a time keeping up. You just start buffering. Okay, that's what I thought it would be. Yeah, I don't know what the problem is and why it's doing this. It's kind of like... Literally, what's funny too is I'm wondering, it has to be something on our end with our connection. Because like, right as it started doing that, my work phone went off. asking to do an
I could
update.
blow bubbles all
And of
day.
course it's connected to the internet here. So I think it's gotta be something with our connection. Something. I don't know. It's weird. It is super weird. I don't understand it. Ugh. But yeah, that's actually what happened yesterday, is it just, there was literally no way. Because unlike this one, it looks like it should be coming back and should be okay right now. If it doesn't drop any more frames. But yesterday, there was nothing. There was no way to save it. And especially since I really, really want to be able to stream Alice really well, I couldn't. I don't know what the problem is. And I'm hoping this doesn't continue to, since it just started, it's continuing to do it now, but that's kind of what we're looking at, and that's why there was no stream yesterday, unfortunately. But yeah, as far as the Alice stream goes, so next weekend, I'm just going to talk about this now, just in case the stream decides it's going to drop and my internet's going to be dropping, like it did last night. So next weekend, the reason I'm kind of upset with it doing this yesterday is because next weekend I will not be streaming on Saturday or Sunday.
Nice match.
Reason being, I'm actually going to be in Ohio from Saturday morning-ish until sometime Sunday. I'm not sure what time. I may end up just moving the Sunday stream to later in the day, depending on when I get home, but I don't want to promise that. And I'm definitely not going to be able to do the Saturday stream because I can't do it on my laptop. And besides that, that defeats the purpose of why I'm going out to Ohio anyway. So,
What do you think are
next
the next
week,
3 bubbles in this pattern?
assuming my internet's going to hold out, I'm actually going to have my stream on Friday. I'm going to play Alice on Friday.
Nice match.
Or continue playing it on Friday.
Circle.
Because of me missing this weekend, I don't want to skip an entire weekend of it,
That works.
if I can avoid it. So next Friday, I'll be
Nice
continuing
match.
Alice.
Great job. Let's try another pattern now.
Okay, how many of these do I gotta do to get stars? Oh, they're up in that difficulty, huh?
What do you think are the next 3 bubbles in this pattern?
So, it's gonna be a triangle, yellow
Yellow.
triangle,
Nice match.
a green circle.
Red.
I do like the fact when you change them,
That
it
works.
changes the shape or changes the color, it tells you what color it is.
Square.
Because even though obviously I know my colors, I know my shapes, like, I know all that already, I would hope so.
That works. That's the way to do it.
I would hope I would know them.
Thought is bubbling
But considering this is for someone who's in kindergarten or a little younger, it's really nice to see that they actually list
my
them.
mind.
And giving that repetition that's sometimes really good for teaching these basic fundamental things. Oh, snap.
What do you
Yes.
think are the next 3 bubbles in this pattern?
Like, actually, even talking about yesterday, I'm
Let's see
so
what other
angry
fun
about
is
yesterday,
floating
it's taking
around.
everything in me
Another
to
order of
be
fun, please.
Coming
family
right up.
friendly right now, because I just want to cuss out my computer and my internet right now. Truly. So it's kind of taking everything in me not to. I find it a little unsettling how his hand changes shapes. So do I. It is really, really unsettling. Like, what was that? Okay, so let's do the
What's
fridge.
going
Whatever
on
the
our
game in the fridge.
refrigerator?
I don't know, but I'm sure it's something cool. Look at all the food in here.
What's funny is she just
Everything's
shrinks down and
different
just goes in the
size.
fridge.
Hey, that gives me an idea. How many jars of mustard would equal my height now? Start by moving that food item next to me, then stacking another
Okay.
and another on top of it until the pile equals my height. Or
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
carrot.
So it takes one.
Way to go.
Okay.
Let's try another. How many olives would stack up as tall as I am?
Okay. I can dig this. Okay, so 2.
Two. That's right. Your big thinking has reached all new heights. Now try some smart stars on for size.
Beat it. Beat your computer like it owes you money. I mean, no, legitimately, I was
How many
really,
bottles of
really
bubbly
angry.
sparkling soda would be as tall as I am now?
Okay, so one. Putting it out there, I kind of like the idea of a song called Brightly Bubbles.
1.
But I was
You've
getting
got a
really
good
mad
eye.
last night.
Let's try another.
But it kind of
How
ended up
many
working
eggs
out
would be
because
as
even though I
tall
didn't do
as I
my
am now?
stream, I ended up doing some work on the
1.
VODs.
You've got a good eye.
Cause like,
Your big thinking
if you
has
guys
reached
remember a
all
while
new
back, I was talking
heights.
about I've been
Now
putting
try
the
some smart
VODs on
stars
YouTube.
the side.
But previously, I was kinda just putting them as is. I download them off of Twitch and put them straight onto YouTube with no real modification done. And I didn't care for that because, especially when I do like go BRB, that could be anything from like 2 minutes to 10 to 15
How
minutes
many
long.
jars of mustard would equal my height?
And that just, to me, didn't sit right because that's like they're just gonna have to fast forward through that entire section for no real reason.
You're stupendously super stacked.
So I spent yesterday. I found a new video editing program I'm liking so far, and so I took
How many
the
eggs
VOD from the first tree and from the Alice stream from last weekend and started editing them and putting them up on on YouTube.
3.
So,
That's right. Let's try another.
and that was the whole thing because I had to learn this program or try to learn this program.
8. 3. Exactly. Your big thinking has reached
And 2,
all
I'm
new
also
heights.
trying to come up with
Now
ideas
try
for
some
videos to do
smart
for
stars
YouTube.
on for size.
Like, there's one I want to do this week, in fact. I'm actually probably going to try and figure out a day this week to do it. Because yesterday I
How
went
many
to the
carrots
antique
would
store,
stack up
and I found this
One.
super pretty
Way to
porcelain
go.
doll with this
try
beautiful
another.
purple dress.
How
I
many
don't collect
carrots would
porcelain
stack up
dolls.
Just as tall as I am now.
But I have a couple of them because, like, one I had bought when I was when I was younger, like a teenager, I think, or a young adult.
Bubbling brightly.
I don't like it though, so I'm gonna get rid of it.
Two.
So, and that's what this doll is
You've
gonna
got a
replace,
good
actually.
eye.
But I have a couple
You're
my
a
grandmother
stupendously
owned.
super stacker. Pile
So
on
I
the
thought
smart
with
stuff.
this doll that I just got yesterday, it needs some work done on it. Nothing terrible, it just needs to be like cleaned up and
How many
kind of
olives
scrubbed a
would
little
stack up
bit
as
and get
tall
some
as I
stuff
am?
off of it. So I figured maybe making a video of cleaning it up and just kind of talking about the stuff I collect, because that's something I've never I've mentioned it like on my streams before that I collect. I've mentioned it on Instagram, obviously, since I post a lot of the stuff I collect on Instagram. But I never really talked about like what I used to collect as a kid, as a teenager, and why. So I figured doing kind of like a vlog type video about that would be really cool. And I need to get back to editing as I used to, but I am so rusty. I haven't done it since school. Also, those dolls are creepy. It depends on the doll. Some of them are super, super creepy. Which is why, when I had to go through my grandmother's portrait dolls, I was really choosy about which ones I picked out to bring back with me. Because I only brought back, what was it, 3 of them? Yeah, 3 of them. She had a lot, and they're all in Georgia currently, minus the 3 that are here.
3. Way to go.
But if you have the right ones, they aren't very creepy. They're pretty. They're not so much creepy.
1. Way to go. Your
Okay.
big thinking has reached all new heights. Now try
Yeah.
some smart stars on for size.
Alright, I'm smart, guys. Okay, we're gonna
How
get
many
out of this
carrots would
fridge.
stack up just as tall as I am now. I was getting kind of chilly anyway.
Oh, so it's kind of creepy you guys can change the shapes, guys. That's very creepy. Okay, so... Are these 2 separate ones? Here, we'll do
I'll
2
take
separate.
the air and fly you there.
Whoa!
Okay.
Look, I wrote the alphabet in the sky.
Ooh.
It sure helps when you know how to fly. Switch around the letters on the cloud below so they match their order in the alphabet. Click once on a letter.
Oh,
to
that's
pick it
cool.
up. Then click the letters on the everything looks in order. Pick a letter, any letter.
We're gonna go A.
For apple.
Oh, am I supposed to spell the word?
Let's try this game again. What's
Oh, I
the
guess
right
not.
order for these letters? That's it to the letter. Pick a letter and let's celebrate.
What if I wanna...
Me-hearted.
Okay.
This is as tough as it gets. For this part, we'll hide the alphabet. Switch around the letters on the
Ooh.
cloud below so they match their order in the alphabet.
So you don't
Click
even
once on the
have
letter to pick it up. Then click the place on the cloud
the
where you
alphabet
want
at
it
the
to
top
go.
to be able to reference. So you are definitely
Nice
going
going.
there.
What should I become this time? Just choose a letter.
We're gonna do
Z
Z.
is for zipper.
Z. Okay, that's just weird, man. That's some
Let's
horror
correct the order of
horror
some other letters.
movie stuff right there.
Click once on a letter. Everything looks in order. I can be anything in the alphabet. Just choose a letter. U is for umbrella.
Okay, that's just kind of cute.
Now try to put these letters. Everything looks in order. You show a real talent for straightening things out. Smart stars.
This one's definitely an interesting little game here.
I know another way we can play. I'll say a whole word, and you see if you can figure out which letter starts that word. What's the first letter in the word feel?
And what?
What's the first letter in the word feel?
I can't even understand what she's saying, so I'm going to do that.
That's not it. Try again. Feel. What's the first click on the letter that sounds like the beginning of the word feel?
Feel?
Sounds good to me. What should I become this time? Just choose a S is for sun. Can you tell me which letter starts the word jelly? Time flies when you're having
Yeah, that's the
fun,
one thing
and
that's
so
difficult with
do
a game like this, is if you can't understand what they said. Oh, sorry about that, chat. If you can't understand what they say, it can be really hard getting it right. Like, I know as a kid I would have gotten frustrated at not being able to understand what the character was saying. But that's because I can't hear anything. That's a lot of soup. Okay, so now we're outside.
I think I hear someone calling us back there.
Let's go check it out.
What? No. Wait, what?
Pardon me. My friends and I need a place to purge. Can you help us? Sure.
Okay, that's just weird.
If I have 0 birds and Ben has 2 birds, how many birds in all?
Okay,
Click
so
the
math.
post showing the number you think is right.
2. I knew you had it right.
Bye now.
Okay, 2 birds and 2 birds.
If I have 2 birds and Becky has 2 birds, how many birds in all?
4.
Your thinking skills are really taking flight.
So this is pretty typical math addition.
If I have 2 birds and Ben has 3 birds, how many birds in all?
That's gonna be 5. But we're gonna up this difficulty.
Some of these questions are going to get even tougher.
Or race you through the woods.
You're on.
Okay, so holy moly.
There are 6 blue birds.
And there are 4 purple birds.
How many birds altogether?
Okay, so we have 5 birds and 5 birds.
Hi
That's
there.
10 birds.
10.
Good going. Want to fly around in the garden?
Great.
Okay.
Bring on the smart stars.
Rock on.
Where's a popular place to purge?
If together, Becky and I have 6 birds, and 2 birds fly away, how many birds will we have left?
Okay, so we have... Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we had 6 and 2 fly away, so that would be 4.
You're out
It took me a minute.
a bird brain. Let's go.
I wondered if they were going to add subtraction into this at some point. My Nana had old hand-stitched Mexican dolls. They had really detailed eyes and had a softer look to them. My Polish-German grandma had the old European porcelain dolls with the eyes that looked like they followed you around. I always thought they were a little creepy.
Back to the bird.
Oh yeah, I've seen some really creepy looking dolls. I've definitely seen some really creepy dolls. That's actually part of why I want to get rid of the one I have that I bought, because it's really creepy. Like, super
It looks like
creepy.
There's a whole world down there.
That gives me an idea. Let's play hide and seek. I'll hide.
Ben! Oh, Ben!
Is this gonna be
Guess he
spatial?
wasn't kidding about hide and seek. I'll give you 3 clues to help you find Ben. After each clue, click on the screen to make a guess. Okay, here's your first clue. Ben is getting very wet.
You found me. I was hiding in the waterfall.
Ben's choosing a whole new place to hide. No peeking.
Come look for me.
I like how it dims it
Okay,
down.
Here's your first clue. He's hiding somewhere outdoors.
Okay.
Sorry, he must be somewhere else.
Maybe another clue will help. Your first clue was, he's hiding somewhere outdoors. Your second clue is, Ben is where bears and deer are commonly found.
You must know what's coming. Smart stars.
That's a magical sandbox. It really is.
Ben's choosing a whole new place to hide.
Especially when you realize the fact that
Okay.
it's a
I'm
sandbox
ready.
with sand, but yet the only place with sand in
Okay,
this area
here's
is
your
like
first clue.
down
Ben is
here
getting very wet.
and maybe this area, but mainly just here. Here, let me... Can I up the difficulty? No.
Ben
What'd
is
you say?
getting very wet.
Not here.
Maybe another clue will help. Your first clue was, Ben is getting very wet. Your second clue is, he's next to the pasture.
Oh, okay.
Not here either.
All right, you get one more clue and one more guess. Your first clue was, Ben is getting very wet. Your second clue was, he's next to the pasture. And listen carefully, your third clue is, he's next to a forest.
Here I am. You found me.
Ben's choosing a whole new place to hide. No peeking.
This is actually kind of a neat little
Come
mini
look
game
for
here.
me.
Okay, here's your first clue. I don't see any water where Ben is hiding.
No, Ben's not here.
Maybe another clue will help. Your first clue was,
No
I
water.
don't see any water where Ben is hiding. Your second clue is, Ben is next to a marsh. A marsh is an area with grass and plants that is always waterlogged.
Okay. So...
Not here.
All right, you get one more clue and one more guess. Your first clue was, I don't see any water where Ben is hiding. Your second clue was, Ben is next to a marsh. And your third and final clue is, Ben is between an island and the big city.
You must know what's coming. Smart stars.
Very cool. Yeah, this one's a nice little game.
Again. No peeking.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, here's your first clue. Ben is getting very wet.
I'm done hiding.
Okay, so it was shown on here then. Okay. Yeah, that was cute. It's interesting it didn't change the difficulty of it. Probably because there isn't much they could do different. Because it automatically, by the fact that you have 3 hints, that'd probably be basically, it goes from harder to easier based off the hints. But it's very
Wait until
cool.
you see our garden. It's amazing. Wow, this looks like a maze. I'll need your help to figure out how to get through it. Just click on the path I should take to get through this part of the garden.
Okay. What happens if he hits a dead end? Nothing? Okay. Can I actually use my arrows? No. I'm really surprised it doesn't let you use your arrows and just walk them through. Oh, whoop. Womp.
You've got a great sense of direction. Great! A whole new
And what's
part of
funny is,
the
as a kid, I would have loved this game, probably. Because I liked mazes. I take it that star means if completing this one gets us those star things, or whatever they are.
Alright! Come on, let's chant the chicken cheer.
What?
Bring on the smart stars.
Rock on. I'm okay with having smart stars. What? What?
Who knew our garden was so big?
Okay, actually, can you up the difficulty of this one?
Medium, hardest. Now
Alrighty.
these are even tougher, so you'll get 5 smart stars for every 2 mazes you get through.
Okay.
I bet I could gobble up all this food if I only knew which animal to become. I can't get around this pile of food unless you can help me figure out which of these animals I should turn into.
This
Then
is kind
I
of
can eat up all the
interesting.
food and keep on moving.
Because you can't really up the difficulty of the actual maze, like doing the actual maze. So instead, they up the difficulty by putting
Lizard.
obstacles.
Now click on the pile of food.
Oh.
You monkey. Now click on the pile of food you want me to eat. Rabbit. Now click on leafy greens are part of a balanced diet.
Because the thing that's cool about this, the fact that this is how they incorporate more difficulty, is not only do you have to get that, figure out how to do the maze itself, you also have to figure out, like, what animal eats what.
Try changing me into the animal you think would eat this food. Chicken. Now click on the beak licking good.
The only thing that's a little concerning is, like, I figured this is probably birdseed, but would someone who's in kindergarten or earlier necessarily
I'll bet
think of
I
that?
could gobble up all this food. Click on the sign of the animal you want me to change into. Which animal should I become to eat this food and clear the path?
For instance, like, that,
Isn't all
I
this
took a
food
look and guessed
making
that
you
that's
hungry?
bird food. I don't know what this is. What is
This
this?
looks delicious. Lizard.
We're gonna become
Now
a
click on the
lizard.
pile- No thanks. I'm very picky about what I'll eat. Pick another animal.
Oh, is that supposed to be hay?
Horse. Now click on this food, of course, is for a horse.
So it's hay. But the fact they don't actually explicitly say it is a bit of an issue, I think.
You've got a great sense of direction.
Especially since the hay,
Which
the
way do you
bird
think will take
seed.
me to the end?
I'm not sure what this is supposed to be.
Isn't all this food making you hungry?
I feel like they really should explicitly say it. Like, bananas, you can tell are bananas.
I could gobble up all this food if I only knew which animal to become.
The lettuce, you can kind of tell it's lettuce.
Click on the sign of the lizard. Now click on the pile of food you want. Now this is what I call fine dining.
I'm assuming that's supposed to be like bugs. A pile of bugs. Which begs the question, why are there a pile of bugs, but...
Chicken.
And what I'm gonna do after we get to this particular one and I get these, I'm gonna set it to the middle difficulty, because I'm wondering if it doesn't tell you because it's set to its highest difficulty, and if it tells you what kind of food it is on the
This
medium
calls for a
difficulty.
victory dance. How about the bunny hop? Da, 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 da,
That's
da, da,
adorable.
da, da. More smart stars. All right. Which way should I go now?
Here, let's mess with the difficulty.
Beginning, medium.
I don't know. Nowadays, kids are more on top of stuff in school. My nephew knows about basic animal biology. He had to do a report on Arctic animals and their habitat and diets. Oh, that is
With all
cool.
these paths in the garden, I can't decide which one to follow. Just click on the path I should take to get through this part of the garden.
Okay, so in theory,
I can't get around this pile of food unless you can help me figure out which of these animals I should turn into. Then I can
I
eat
think
up all
kids
the
will get
food
most of this.
and keep on moving.
oh, they probably would be able to figure this out really quickly,
This looks delicious.
even if just by trial and error. But this is
Isn't
kind
all
of a
this food
teachable
making me
moment here
hungry?
that they, I think, are underutilizing.
Of course.
Like,
Try changing me into the animal you think would eat this food.
like for instance, this lettuce goes to the rabbit, which we know. And even if I didn't know, I could just trial and error it until I got to it. But especially with this being a educational game, this would be a good chance for me to mention about the fact that, oh, well, these two are ones that would eat blah 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 blah. Or even just talk about, like, what is this? But yeah, I imagine, like, even when I was a kid, I probably would have gotten that very quickly. Or relatively quickly, I should say.
The birds need us again.
Oh, that's what that one is, okay. Okay, we're gonna get back out of this, because this is not what I want to do
Come
again.
on, everybody.
No, I don't want you.
If I have 3 birds, and Ben has 3 birds, how many birds in all?
Click the fence post showing the number you think is right.
So what happens if I go this way?
Let's explore the great outdoors.
Welcome
The environments in this game are very cool, though. I like that all the different rooms, different areas, all have different kinds of games and activities in them. What is this one gonna be?
Looks
Littering?
Like someone's been littering back there.
Let's clean it up together. You can put each piece of litter in its proper place.
I'm a recycling
Oh,
bin.
this is
If an
nice.
item can be
An
recycled,
activity about
you can give it to
what's
me.
recyclable, what
Nothing can't
isn't.
be recycled where we live. Put that
That's
litter in the
amazing.
trash can.
Before you start, try this little game. Click on which one of us you think will end up with more pieces of litter.
I
You
think
guessed
you
me.
will. Yeah, I get what you're saying. They could have had a brief thing talking about why or why not the food could be eaten by each animal or something like that. Yeah, basically. Not that it has to go too deep, considering this is for
If people would
kindergarteners
stop littering,
and
we'd
super
all
young
have less
children.
to clean up.
But it's kind of a missed opportunity to add to it. This, on the other hand, I think is amazing. Because I know back in the 90s, when I was in elementary school, we were always told about reduce, reuse, recycle, so on and so forth. But it wasn't quite the big thing it is now, with trying to reduce our carbon emissions and
A
reduce...
way to recycle.
Like, it wasn't as big of a thing.
A plastic an old sock, a cardboard box.
The only thing I wish was different with this particular game is they would have added, and it would have been hard because there's only the 2 characters, but like adding a third for reuse. Like that sock you could have reused as a rag, for
Most
instance.
trash eventually gets buried.
Rags.
True.
A paper bag. A lot of water is used to make paper from
A
it.
candy wrapper.
Can you roll?
Try again.
A candy wrapper. Way to go.
A balloon. A broken vase.
Pottery can be glued back together, but it can't be recycled. Nice going!
That's what I call good, clean fun.
And like that right there, it makes the point of saying it's broken. It can be fixed, but it can't be recycled.
Which one of us
But
will
that would have
get
been a
more
time
of this
to
litter?
have that third option of reuse. And have that would have fallen under reuse, because it could have been fixed.
First, you need to choose which one of us you think will receive the most litter.
I think
Let's
he
see
will.
if I get the most.
A styrofoam food box. Styrofoam can be recycled in some places, but not where we live.
And it's interesting that it brings up that with something like styrofoam that, hey, it can be recycled sometimes, but not other times.
A newspaper.
Which is really
Glass
cool.
bottle. Good.
Because that's not something they necessarily had to bring up.
Aluminum, steel, and tin are just a few of the metals. A hairbrush.
That's trash, all right. A tire. You don't have to throw that away.
A tire. Yeah, car tires are ground into tiny pieces, then used in doormats and to cover playgrounds.
You really know how to
And see, I've
sort
never
things
heard of
out.
recycling a
Great
tire.
going.
I've heard of
Now
reusing
get
them.
ready to clean up on smart
But that's not
cars.
something... Like, I'm kind of... I'm a little mind blown that I actually just learned something. I'm 30 years old.
And you were thinking big. I did end up with more pieces than Becky. Here's a Smart Star bonus.
Will I get more litter this time? Or will Ben?
Let's see if I get the most.
Let's see, does this have
Meaty,
difficulty?
This is as tough as it gets. Think big.
Oh my, that's a lot of stuff.
Which one of us will get more of this litter? Let's
I still
see
think
if
it's gonna
I
be
get
him.
the most.
A paper bag.
An old sock.
Like, that probably could have been under reuse.
A candy wrapper. Car oil.
In fact, throwing it away is dangerous to people and the environment.
It's fascinating to me they're including things like motor oil, tires, things that someone as young as the demographic for this game, they're not going to know about. Like, I don't know most kids that are like 6 years old are going to know what motor oil is and what it's for and what to do with it. So it's fascinating and amazing to me they are including it.
That's right. Way to recycle.
Notebook paper.
A hairbrush.
This could definitely be reused.
A balloon.
That one, not so
A
much.
French fry box. That can be
A
recycled.
French fry box.
And see, I'm surprised they don't really go into why that can't be recycled, because at face value you would think it could be.
A tire.
Recycling is simple.
That is one thing that makes me mad about recycling, is they still make stuff that can't be recycled. In today's time, we should have all packaging should be recyclable or biodegradable. I hate that companies still are allowed to make products and packaging that still is harmful to the environment. And that's true. I've wondered about that, why there's so much packaging that you just
Throwing
cannot
recyclables in the
recycle.
trash is a real waste. Recycling also saves energy.
I've noticed a lot of restaurants have moved towards having like the cardboardy type of takeout containers or the paper takeout containers or plastic versus having the styrofoam, which makes me very happy because of the fact that styrofoam can't really be you can't reuse it, you can't just clean and reuse it, you can't recycle it really.
If people would stop littering, we'd
A styrofoam cup. A cardboard box.
a cardboard box. Way to recycle. A 2-liter
Pie pan. A pop can.
recycle. A candy wrapper. A glass jar. Way to rags.
For instance, the
Wait,
candy
A
wrappers.
spray
That doesn't
can.
belong.
A spray can.
And actually, this is a prime example right here, the spray can. Why would a spray can be made in a way, or with materials that it can't be recycled?
You clearly cleared this clearing of clutter. And you were thinking big. I did end up with more pieces than Becky. Here's a Smart Star bonus. Which one of us will get more of this litter?
I think she's going
Watch
to
the
get more.
numbers to see if I get the most. A dirty paper plate.
That can't be
Cannot.
recycled. Try again.
Which I thought was the case,
An
but
envelope.
A light bulb. Try again.
like case in point, something like this, like are these made to where they can't be recycled? Because generally, it can't really be so much the argument that like, well, it's metal and it's glass, so you have to separate them, because you don't. Like my
Glass
recycle bin,
bottle.
you're putting glass bottles, you're putting cans, you're putting paper, you're putting it all together. So to me, there really should be recycling programs for things like this,
light
where
bulb.
like that glass is still good. Myers now has where they styrofoam egg containers are now made to be recycled, and they are made with 30% of recycled materials. That's cool. Styrofoam wouldn't bother me if it was more so recyclable.
Let's clear out of here.
And I'm not sure what the difference between recyclable styrofoam and not recyclable styrofoam is.
Let's surf down the path and see where it leads. Ooh,
What's the matter?
Oh, is this
I
music?
think there's something in my shoe. Your foot? No, besides that.
What?
Wow, you weren't kidding.
Which things up there start with the letter L? L makes the sound ooh. Click on the two things that start with that letter.
That's a gate, gumball, volcano, skates, mouse, airplane, lock, flower, key, car, leaf.
A fine choice.
Whoa! It's like we won the lottery.
Congratulations. Which things up there start with the letter F? F makes the sound. Click
So
on it.
fish, frog.
You've done it again.
We'll just tidy up a little.
Well then. I do like how this whole section is teaching how and what to do with trash and recycle. Yes.
Whoopee!
And the fact that they talk about a little bit about how it's recycled is very cool.
Which thing?
Okay, this one you can't do difficulty. And this one's interesting too in the fact that it gives you all the items and has you pick the ones that start with that letter.
Maybe
Which speaks of like spelling, or starts with spelling.
our hardwood floors.
So owl, octopus, eggs, jar, cloud, worm, lizard, skates, bed, sock.
If you pick all the right things for two different letters, you'll earn red smart stuff. Owl. Nope, that begins with the sound ah. Inner tube.
Inner tube. Of course. Sock, bed, skate, lizard.
Octopus. No cloud. That doesn't begin with the letter
Basically, it's the
I.
chemicals that go into styrofoam in the process that make it hard to break down and reuse. The more toxic, less recyclable, basically. Okay.
Skate. Nope, we're looking for things that start with the sound eh.
I figured it'd be something like that, but I just didn't know. So let us go back to the house.
You can never be too full of ideas.
You're right.
With so many books, we have our own library.
We love to read.
Hat, pat, bat, mat, cat, sat. That's kind of funny.
I've always wanted a portrait of myself. Maybe
What?
you can help.
Okay, Ben. Now hold still while we give you a new look. We
Oh,
can
this is
put
gonna be
fun
great.
face stickers on Ben. Or start with an empty face by using the button that changes heads, like this. Now, let's paint a face with the brush, or use the face stickers.
Yes.
Are you sure you want to start a new painting?
Wait a minute, is that no head?
Are you sure you want to... An empty picture. You can create anything you like now.
Alright, rock on.
Are you sure you...
I got nothing. I got nothing. Not... No. 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 Alright, so...
If you want to see a different face, click on...
Here we go. Oh, this is gonna be good. I recently found out you can recycle most light bulbs. Lowe's and Home Depot have a big bin where you can bring in your old light bulbs. Oh, do they really? That's really cool. I didn't know you actually could. Nope, I'm good. Nope, gets rid of this funky shape. But most curbside pickup doesn't have that available.
Red.
Oh, that's good. Okay, this is gonna be horrifying, so don't mind me.
White. Tan. Black.
Here we go. Ain't that great? Isn't this just beautiful? That face is unsettling nightmare fuel. I mean, you're not wrong. Oh, that's
Put on
good.
a happy face. You've earned a smart star.
Oh, that's good. That's good. This is your daily nightmare fuel for the day. Oh no, it's still there. It's still there. Oh no. Oh. So those are just the credits I don't care about. Oh hey, it's a playroom.
You've discovered our playroom.
That's cool.
Count to 3 and you will see 1, 2, 3 of me.
Can you tell which Becky looks different?
Stop. Oh, she's got
That's
lipstick
right.
on.
Which Becky doesn't exactly match the others? Nice going. Which Becky doesn't belong? Once again, boys and girls, the one, the only, Becky Brightly!
Anything's possible when you think big.
Okay.
We love to swim anytime.
There's a whole wet world of wonders down
What?
here.
Look, that clam has something inside it.
What could it be?
The fish below are trying to spell out what's in the clamshell.
Choose the letter on Becky or me that completes the word.
Jet.
Jet. You got it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Thank you for the bits, Cloud. The one thing that's difficult with this game, and again I know it comes back to me being adult trying to answer it correctly first shot, Versus when I was a kid, I would just clicked one just to see what the answer was, or if I knew the answer.
Something fishy around here.
Like, I wouldn't have thought jar. I would have thought, like, bottle or something
You
like
picked
that.
the right letter.
Or like the airplane. I wouldn't have thought jet. I think airplane. And this one's net.
Net. You've done swimmingly.
Which means you deserve more.
I'm calling
smart
it, sorry,
stars.
there is underage cloning going on. As opposed to overage cloning. Now, I'm curious to know if this has any increased difficulty levels.
Click on Ben or
Of course it
Meet
does.
artist.
Time to swim back to our school.
our fish friends have invited their cousin to join in. Now, barn.
So it's just
You
slightly
got it.
longer
Hook, line,
words.
and sinker.
Frog.
Wrong. You picked the right letter.
Okay, so they do them in the middle. So boot.
Boot.
And that was something I wondered if it was only the end ones or if they would do the middle letters too. Which is very cool.
Ever seen fish
And that's
fly?
what I wanted to see. So that's cool.
You know where that leads.
To our music room.
Okay, so now we get
The
to do
stage
stuff
is
with music.
set for making music.
Let's play a tune together, Becky.
We can play the instruments you see on the walls. I have 4.
And I have 4.
I am okay with adult cloning. Oh, of course you are.
I love.
Oh, that's just creepy. I can actually kind of get behind this. No. Okay, this is horrifying, putting that out there. Okay, this is a good combination here, sound-wise.
You've made some great music with us. You deserve Smart Stars.
I do like that besides it being about learning, it gives you stuff that's fun and creative, like this.
I love to play.
This is creepy as opposed to all the art scenes we have seen so far. I mean, that's true. Oh, this one's not bad either. I can kind of get behind this. It's only 2 instruments, but that's okay.
You've made some great music
Okay, that's
with
enough
us.
of that.
You deserve Smart Stars.
That's definitely enough of that.
It was fun performing with you.
Alrighty. So now the question is, how many smart stars do I got? I got 24, 14, 5, 13, and 12.
I love all the funny ways Smart Stars go into your brain bank. That's
So let's see, let's do go.
go where you know. Let's sing and go. We'll think up some places we've gone with you.
Okay.
There we are. Now, wherever you click, we'll go. The Superstar of Smarts Challenge.
Okay. We're gonna try that challenge.
We thought, we went.
Your big moment has arrived.
Time for the Superstar of Smarts Challenge. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Which color star? Nobody knows.
It's going to be,
Language Arts Challenge. It
We
takes
got this,
smart star
guys.
power to play the challenge. Loading up the star power. I'll go first. Click on spin to begin. The object on each satellite starts with a letter you'll find on the path.
Clicking on a satellite will take us to the next spot on the path that matches. Click the satellite that will move us the farthest.
So
Ladder.
ladder, an X-ray.
X-ray.
Let's go.
Okay. And then I believe X-ray? Or do I gotta do spin?
Spinning the satellite uses up star power, so get as far along the path as you can each time.
Ooh.
The
No!
satellites need more star power. Click.
I shouldn't have done that. So igloo or fork?
Now we're getting somewhere.
So gumball or egg?
Gum.
Gum or egg?
I'm on the
I'm
move.
gonna go with gum. Uh-oh. Jar or moon?
Zoom.
Okay.
Zipper.
Or hat? Okay. Table or pen?
Table.
And away we go.
Nut.
Alright. Rock on.
Drum.
Rock on. We got it.
Through. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Which color star? Nobody knows.
It's going to be Language Arts Challenge.
It takes smart star power to play the challenge.
That's what I call real star power. I'm ready to go. Let's spin. We'll give you back all the stars from this challenge.
Alright, cool.
Let's pick up more smart stars.
They're all around our house.
So let me look at
Smart
this.
charts. Here are all the smart stars you've ever earned.
Okay.
Sequencing and patterning. Reading and sentences.
You can find out about this in a book from our library's tall shelves.
Okay. So I missed a game, is what I'm gathering from that.
Those who know our library's a great place to go. I see
There we
you
go.
like to read too.
I knew it
This
didn't
is
seem
my
quite right.
favorite book. You can change around the story by clicking each green word. The picture will change too. Click on me anytime you want me to read your story.
Let's see, the leprechaun
I'll
looks
make
for
a story
gold
for you.
on the other
Click
side
on
of the
me.
rainbow. On the other side of the rainbow, do you see Ben disguised as a tree? Oh wow. We're gonna do a lemming. It's gonna be looking for a boat. On the other side of the rainbow, do you see? So, there we go.
A fairy tale. The lemming looks for a boat on the other side of the rainbow. Do you see Ben disguised as a tree?
Good. Good. Isn't the beach fun? The sun is setting over a blue sea. Those crabs are watching Ben make castles in sand. We're gonna do the television. It's setting over the polka dot sea. Those... No, that makes too much sense. I want... starfish making pizza. There we go.
Sprightly Beach Memoirs. Isn't the beach fun? The television is setting over a polka dot sea. Those starfish are watching Ben make pizza in the sand.
Perfectly normal stuff to be doing at the beach, guys. Ben's arms look like cheese, his head like a cake, his legs look like keys, and his body like a rake. I mean...
To make a long story short,
Oh
here
no.
are more Smart Stars.
But I'm still in the middle of doing stuff. What? Squeegees? Like a lake? Yup. That's just weird.
Baby Ben. Ben's arms look like cheese, his head like a cake, his legs look like squeegees, and his body like a lake.
Totally normal, baby. It's the mice against the elephants. The pitcher just threw a curveball. Do you think the batter could hit it with that salmon? What? I'm gonna go with mice. A mothball? A glue ball? A hairball?
The moral of this story is, you can be very creative. Smart Star
Well,
time.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's too funny.
Backyard brightly ball. It's the mice against
I
the
like
spiders.
this. This is funny.
The pitcher just threw a hairball. Do you think the batter can hit it with that salmon?
I don't know if I want him to. Jack the rabbit planted some beans. They didn't grow, but Ben's helping by being a beanstalk. Can Jack get past the dogs? The manatee. The donkey. We're gonna go with Manny planted some feathers, worms, acorns, beans. I'm gonna go with worms. A trellis, a rope, a ladder, a beanstalk. I'm gonna be a trellis. Not the accordions.
Jack and the beanstalk. Jack the manatee planted
Yes.
some worms. They didn't grow, but Ben's helping by being a trellis. Can Jack get past the accordion?
No, we can't. Look at the time on Ben the clock. The snail is late to the party in the park. She better drive her bicycle faster. You're my favorite. You're my favorite.
Starlight, star bright.
Oh, do they? You're my favorite person. Bringing me my favorite thing. 'Cause I'm totally a kid. Oh, so she gave you the idea? We're gonna do the snake! The snake is riding a bike! No, she's driving a potato.
Big Ben.
There we go.
Look at the time on Ben the watch. The snake is late to the party in the park. She better drive her potato faster.
Yes, you are my new favorite person. Would you like to know?
Story time is my favorite time of the day.
It's like I have 5 favorite people. You're all my favorite people. Alright, so that's
Read
done.
more later.
Yeah, I started doing it earlier, the whole skipping around thing for a couple minutes, and it stopped randomly. It's weird. I don't understand. So yeah, so this is this game, I guess. Let me see what happens if I come in here. This whipped cream is really good.
We can go wherever you want.
Just point the way.
What's happening? I look away for a few minutes and the snake is riding a potato. Good things are happening. Very good things are happening.
Stars. We're keeping track of all your smart stars. If you've been here before, smart charts. Here are all
Okay,
the
so
smart
that's
stars
all
you've
normal.
ever earned.
You get a superstar every time you complete the Superstar Smarts Challenge.
So this one?
Let's take off! It's the Superstar of Smarts Challenge.
And your chance to show that your smarts are out of this world.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Which color star? Nobody knows. This time you'll have a Language Arts Challenge. It takes Smart Star power to play the challenge.
I don't know why you keep telling me to do language arts.
That's what I call real star power.
It's my turn. Let's go for a spin.
Okay.
The object on each satellite starts with a letter you'll find on the path.
Which satellite will move back?
Zoom!
Is that a pen? Smart chart.
Spinning the satellites uses up star power.
A worm or a mouse? I learned this time, guys. I've learned.
Ram.
So a fish or a ram?
I'm
Fish.
on the move!
I know this is a kid's game, but a drug trip is a drug trip. It's kind of true, though. A pencil or a frog? So a pencil would get me here, a frog would get me there. A star or a table?
Table.
Star, table.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Making our way. Oh no.
Nest.
Yeah, I definitely would not have called it a nest. So, frog. Okay. What next? A leaf,
Leaf.
or a flower?
Flower.
I think leaf? Okay, I was correct. Excellent. Our choices are so hard, guys. I don't know which one to go with.
Let's go! Great going! Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Which color star? Nobody knows. This time you'll have a...
Language Arts Challenge.
It takes Smart Star power to play the challenge.
Charging up. I'm ready to go. Let's spin.
I wonder if,
The lowercase letter on each satellite matches an uppercase letter on the path.
Which satellite will move me farther?
Okay, so now instead of pictures, it's going based off letters. I don't know what happens if I run out of star
Spinning
power.
the satellites uses up star power. Warp speed.
Like, if I only get partially its way through, careful, they will take a star off your star chart. Oh no. We can't have that now. N or O. Am I just being dumb here? Like, where's the N? I know I'm not that blind. We're just gonna go with
Click
O.
spin to keep moving.
Oh. I'm just having a moment, don't mind me. I'm getting too wrapped up in my ice cream, I guess. Okay, Y.
U.
Okay, that is a U. An A or
I.
an I?
Let's go, go, go!
A V or a Z? A J or a C?
We're moving now.
Okay, so then an X or a P, so X would be here, P would be here. A V or an S, an S would be here, a V would be there, so I'm gonna go with V. An A or a K? I think I'll go with A.
We're moving now.
And is that gonna get me a star?
Just goes to show there's no challenge too tough for you. You've earned the title Superstar of Smart.
Yay! Look at that. Look at that.
Do you want to try another Superstar of Smarts challenge now?
No, I am good, thank you.
Let's go see your brand new certificate.
Up
I'm
on our
good.
living room wall. Your leftover Smart Stars are yours. Check out your new
Alright,
certificate.
rock on.
Click where it's hanging on the wall.
Okay, let me see.
You're a Superstar of Smart.
Way to go!
Yay. I'm smart. Aren't I? Aren't I? Oh my god.
You should be proud of yourself.
What? What? What is that, Space Engineers? That's cool. That's cool.
Where do you want to play next?
That's cool, sweetie. That is very cool. But yes, I am a superstar, a smarts person. Yay! Alright, that's enough of that.
Now everyone can see you're a Superstar of Smart.
On that note, we're going to go ahead and consider this game completed. Yes, yes please, and thank you! So we're gonna go ahead and boot up some music. I said boot up some music. So yes. That was a very interesting little game. Again, I don't know why I never got into that one as a kid, because that should have been something that was right up my alley as a kid, but it wasn't, or I didn't, so it is what it is. I will say, despite what the little issues I kind of have with it, just based off stuff that it seems to be missing, or it would have, I shouldn't say it's missing, but it would benefit from having included. It's still a really cute little game, a really good little game. And I could definitely see a kid being able to learn a lot from it, regardless. So nothing too much to complain about there. Ooh, gotta get moved to my seat. So yeah, definitely can and probably would do its job, I would say. I wish I could have seen this, whatever this is supposed to be, but that's alright. That's alright. Oh, I just realized that's the puzzle. I probably just didn't get that one. But for a game that took 88 minutes, and I was messing around with all the games and seeing how they worked and everything, not too bad. Not too bad at all, especially for one that has no story to it. It's just literally a bunch of mini games. I would probably not play it again because I like to think I'm slightly above a kindergartner. Thank you, sweetie. He doesn't know if I am. But I like to think I am. So I would probably not play that again unless like it's in the future when we have children to play it with. But definitely probably would with kids. I think it'd be good for kids, which I would hope so, considering it's a kids game. Putting that out there. Alright, usually I would try and find another game to kind of mess with, to try and pad out this Sunday stream a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to today, especially since I have ice cream to eat. That I'm eating. I don't know, man. You might be a first grader. Well, I mean, we're gonna find out at some point, because I also have the first graders version of this, so we will definitely see if I rate with the first graders. Just saying, I'm 30 going on 7 sometimes. Oh, you're just gonna agree? Okay. Alright, I'll take it. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, next weekend's gonna work a little bit differently. Friday, I'm not going to be doing my normal visual novel or short games. I'm going to be playing Alice. I'm also probably going to try and start earlier in the day. Not too early because I have work, but I'm probably, unlike what I normally do is I start at 7ish. I'm actually going to figure out like what time I'm getting home from work. And probably within an hour of getting home, I'm going to go ahead and start stream. Because I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stream. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to figure it out probably in the next couple days. At least I would hope so in the next couple days. And I'll post on Facebook and Twitter and all that what the schedule for Friday is going to look like. Because again, this is why I was really unhappy with the way it went yesterday, because I'm skipping Saturday and Sunday, and probably Sunday and next weekend. So just expect Alice on Friday. I don't know if I'll finish it or not. I may just only get through one chapter, maybe 2. I suspect I probably won't finish it. I don't think I'm going to have the time to finish it necessarily. But yeah, just keep that in mind. And then the weekend following should go back to normal schedule, I think. Should be in the keyword, but don't quote me. Also, it's Star Wars weekend. May the 4th be with you, and Revenge of the 5th. Yes, may the 4th be with you. Love this weekend. Nice. But it was also free comic book Saturday, or yesterday, so good weekend for nerds everywhere, right? I just get stared at. You won't answer me. That's alright though. That's alright. I'll take it. I will take it. But yeah, so with all that said and done, that's about it, guys. Like I said, keep an eye on social media because I'm gonna update you guys. Because I'm gonna try and figure everything out today. Because I think I brought my calendar in for work, so I can figure it out. But I just don't have it all. I don't have a idea of when it'll be offhand. But yeah, just next weekend, Friday will be the only stream. Unfortunately. Well, fortunately for me, unfortunately for you guys. But I'm gonna be seeing family, so that's good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I know this is really, really short stream. It's only been an hour and a half. I usually like going for at least 2 or 3 on Sunday, if I can. But I definitely got some stuff I gotta do. I got some ice cream that's melting here that I need to get into my belly. Where it belongs, and yeah. So let me see, how many people do we got? 1 or 2? It looks like. Let me see. What do we got going on here? Okay, we just got 1, so I'm gonna go ahead and not do a raid with that in mind, because it'd be kind of silly doing a raid with 1 person, 2 people. So I'm just gonna leave it at that then. Oh, come on. Come on, what is this doing? Aha, there we go. It happens. Have a good trip. Thank you for the bits, Cloud. And yes, I'm planning on it. I'm seeing my grandfather, so it should definitely be good. Definitely be good. But yes, guys, have a good week. Like I said, keep an eye out. I will keep you guys updated. I will definitely, though... Well, I shouldn't say definitely, since I can't seem to rely on the stream working correctly currently. But hopefully, cross our fingers, Friday it works, because it'll be Alice. But thank you guys. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for chilling with me. Have a good week, and I will catch you guys later.